Welcome everyone, welcome back to Assassin's Creed. This is the final part of this series, and we will take the fight to Arsuf, where King Richard and Robert de Sablé will be located. Let's see what happens. Really.
Use vigilantes you have freed to block your pursuit.
We'd head to the mountains, which would be easy. Kingdom. Let's try this one. The easy route. And we're gonna head to Arsuf. Arsuf.
Should you enter a fistfight, guards will not interfere.
Oh. Wow. Oh, great. Well, not much color, but you know. Oh. Oh man, it's about to be a lot of fighting. And I mean a lot of fighting. The climax of the game has begun. Oh, have a nice fall. And have fun. Be gone. I'm missing one. Where is he? I hear the arrow flying past me. Oh, whatever. Not my problem. Oh, what on earth was that Altaïr? We're gonna have to counter our way to victory. There we go. There we go. Gonna be a lot of running and killing. We have more contestants. Oh wow, I was able to do that. Oh. Oh no. There we go. Dead. And they're all marching. Across the battlefield. Oh, hello. Piece of cake. 70 meters away. We're almost there. I have 2 more knives. Use them wisely. Alright, out of knives. Oh my god, so many rocks. Come here. Get stabbed. Yeah, we're here. Whoa. Reach our destination.
Come no further. Hold a moment. It's words I bring, not steel.
Whoa.
Offering terms of surrender then. It's about time.
You misunderstand. It's Mualim who sends me, not Salah ad-Din.
Assassin! What is the meaning of this? And be quick with it!
You've a traitor in your midst.
And he has hired you to kill me? Come to gloat about it before you strike? I wouldn't be taken so easily!
It's not you I've come to kill. It's him.
Speak then, that I may judge the truth. Who is this traitor?
Robert de Sablé.
Robert de Sablé.
My lieutenant!
He aims to betray.
That's not the way he tells it. He seeks revenge against your people for the havoc you've wrought in Acre. And I am inclined to support him. Some of my best men were murdered by some of yours.
It was I who killed them, and for good reason. Hear me out. William of Montferrat. He sought to use his soldiers to take Acre by force. Gagné de Naplouse. He would use his skills to indoctrinate and control any who resisted. Sabrand. He intended to block the ports, preventing your kingdom from providing aid. They betrayed you, and they took their orders from Robert.
You expect me to believe this outlandish tale?
You knew these men better than I. Are you truly surprised to learn of their ill intentions?
Is this true?
My liege, it is an assassin that stands before us. These creatures are masters of manipulation.
Features.
Of course it isn't true.
I've no reason to deceive.
Oh, but you do.
Good job.
You're afraid of what will happen to your little fortress. Can it withstand the combined might of the Saracen and the Crusader army?
Probably not.
My concern is for the people of the Holy Land. If I must sacrifice myself for there to be peace, so be it.
This is a strange place we find ourselves in. Each of you accusing the other.
There really is no time for this. I must be off to meet with Saladin and enlist his aid. The longer we delay, the harder this will become.
Hold a moment, Robert.
Sus.
What do you intend? Surely you do not believe him?
It is a difficult decision, one I cannot make alone. I must leave it in the hands of one wiser than I.
Thank you.
No, Robert, not you.
Then who?
The Lord. Let this be decided by combat. Surely God will side with the one whose cause is righteous.
If this is what you wish,
It is.
so be it. To arms, assassin!
Oh no. Remember this fight really hard. These are like the best geared enemies in the game. And the best trained. Like, okay, assassinating was not an option. Now should be attention. Slam! Oh, there's Robert de Sablé. Finally! Oh gosh, oh gosh. Trying to dodge, don't let me. About time we finally destroy this guy. Ooh!
It's done then. Your schemes, like you, are put to rest.
You know nothing of schemes. You're but a puppet. He betrayed you, boy. Just as he betrayed me.
Speak sense, Templar. Or not at all.
9 men he sent you to kill, yes? The 9 who guarded the treasure's secret.
What of it?
It wasn't 9 who found the treasure, assassin. Not 9, but 10.
A 10th? None may live who carry the secret. Give me his name.
Oh, but you know him well. And I doubt very much you'd take his life as willingly as you've taken mine.
Who?
It is your master,
Mualim.
But he is not a Templar.
Did you never wonder how it is he knew so much? Where to find us, how many we numbered, what we aspired to attain?
He is the master of the assassins.
We, master of lies. You and I just 2 more pawns in his grand game. And now, with my death, only you remain. Do you think he'll let you live, knowing what you do?
I've no interest in the treasure.
Ah, but he does. The only difference between your master and I is that he did not want to share. Ironic, isn't it? That I, your greatest enemy, kept you safe from harm. But now you've taken my life, and in the process, ended your own.
Holy shit, dude. I love the confessions in this game. They're all great.
Well fought, assassin. It seems God favors your cause this day.
God had nothing to do with it. I was the better fighter.
Ah, you may not believe in him, but it seems he believes in you. Before you go, I have a question.
Yeah, Christians and Muslims, I forgot.
Why? Why travel all this way?
It's under the radar.
Risk your life 1,000 times, all to kill a single man.
He threatened my brothers and what we stand for.
Ah, vengeance then.
No, not vengeance. Justice, that there might be peace.
This is what you fight for? Peace? Do you see the contradiction?
Some men cannot be reasoned with.
Like that madman, Saladin.
I think he'd like to see an end to this war as much as you.
So I've heard, but never seen.
Even if he doesn't say it, it's what the people want. Saracen and Crusader alike.
The people know not what they want. It's why they turn to men like us.
Then it falls to men like you to do what is right.
Nonsense. We come into the world kicking and screaming, violent and unstable. It is what we are. We cannot help ourselves.
No. We are what we choose to be.
You're kind. Always playing with words.
I speak the truth. There's no trick to be found here.
We'll know soon enough. But I fear you cannot have what you desire this day. Even now, that heathen Saladin cuts through my men and I must attend to them. But perhaps, having seen how vulnerable he is, he will reconsider his actions. Yes. In time, what you seek may be possible.
You were no more secure than him. Do not forget that. The men you left behind to rule in your stead did not intend to serve you for longer than they had to.
Yes. I am well aware.
Then I'll take my leave. My master and I have much to discuss. It seems that even he is not without fault.
He is only human, as are we all. You as well.
Safety
King Richard, man. That's the cool thing about Assassin's Creed games. It's like the conflict and the era and the time period. You're basically immersed, but like the Assassin and Templars are not really. They're the fiction part of it. Everything else is real, like pretty realistic.
I said get up, goddammit! Listen.
Oh no.
Seems your assassin friends found us.
What?
How'd you do it, Desmond?
Hey, look, I don't know what you're talking about, but whatever's going on down there has got nothing to do with me.
They're here for you, and I sure as shit didn't invite them. What's the situation down there?
They're taking heavy fire.
Can you contain it? Or do I need to evacuate the prisoner?
Only 5 or 6. We've got them outnumbered. Couple of wounded, but we'll pull through. We'll get it under control.
God damn you, Desmond. You couldn't leave well enough alone.
I told you I had nothing to do with this. How would I even contact them? Telepathy? Come on.
Doesn't matter. They'll be dead soon enough. Here, have a listen.
Threat's been neutralized.
Looks like the cavalry won't be coming.
Dunno, Doc. We're freaking out a minute ago. Your little research facility not as secure as you thought it was? Worried they'll be back with more?
I don't think so, Desmond.
What Lucy here is trying to say is that there aren't any assassins left to come for you. We've been very busy this past year, hunting down your little enclaves, your desert communes and whatnot. I'm afraid you're on your own. Rest up, Mr. Miles. Tomorrow, we finish this.
All right. Gonna talk to Lucy once Warren Vidic leaves the area.
I'm sorry, Desmond.
You mentioned the desert. Do you think...
They sent a team there, but the place was deserted. I don't know where your parents are, and I can't promise they're still alive. But I think they got away.
Thanks. Thanks for checking.
It's not as bad as it seems.
What are you talking about? They just killed, literally killed, my only chance of getting out of here. And then I find out the assassins are all but destroyed, and Christ, I still don't know what these people are planning. But I do know they plan to kill me when they're done. I am screwed, okay? What do you want me to do?
Just try and have a little faith. Have faith. Rest up,
There we
Desmond.
go.
You're gonna need the energy.
Lucy Stillman is an assassin confirmed.
Aren't you tired?
Following morning.
Get up.
Even earlier than usual, Doc.
I'd like to get this over with as quickly as possible.
If you say so.
Don't be so glum, Mr. Miles. Today is a historic day. One that will be remembered for years to come. Remembered by some of us, anyway.
Okay. This is our final time back in the Animus. Lucy. Alright. Cool. Go back in. Go in. Go.
Take your time.
And this is where things really start to
Happened here. Where is everyone?
happen.
Gone to see the Master.
Was it the Templars? Did they attack again?
They walk the path
What path? What are you talking about?
towards the light.
Speak sense.
There is only what the Master shows us. This is the truth.
You've lost your mind.
You too will walk the path, or you will perish. So the Master commands.
It was Mualim, wasn't it? What's he done to you?
Praise be to the Master, for he has led us to the light.
Uh-huh. Masyaf. They follow me.
Only speak, Master, and show us the path.
They are under the control of something.
The world will be cleansed. We will begin anew.
The world will be cleansed and will begin anew. What does that sound like? What's going on here? Uh-huh. Uh-oh. Dang. It's kind of crazy to see the Brotherhood in such great forces. Because usually we're used to them like being in hiding and in bureaus and everything. You know. But this, they had a full-on castle. Oh. What? Hey, Malik!
Altaïr, up here!
Our boy!
You picked a fine time to arrive.
So it seems.
Guard yourself well, friend. Mualim has betrayed us.
Yes,
betrayed his Templar allies as well.
How do you know?
After we spoke, I returned to the ruins beneath Solomon's temple. Robert had kept a journal, filled its pages with revelations. What I read there broke my heart. But it also opened my eyes. You were right, Altaïr. All along our master has used us. We were not meant to save the Holy Land, but deliver it to him. He must be stopped.
Be careful, Malik. What he's done to the others, he'll do to us given the chance. You must stay far from him.
What would you propose? My blade arm is still strong and my men remain my own. It would be a mistake not to use us.
Distract these thralls then. Assault the fortress from behind. If you can draw their attention away from me, I might reach Al Mualim.
I will do as you ask, Dai.
The men we face, their minds are not their own. If you can avoid killing them.
Yes. Though he has betrayed the tenets of the Creed, it does not mean we must as well. I'll do what I can.
It's all I ask. Safety and peace, my friend.
Your presence here will deliver us both.
The Ark, man, the Ark! Beautiful. Go give a little visit to our master. And we were just a pawn on his board.
There are so many innocents. I must be careful not to harm them.
Power of the Piece of Eden is about to be shown.
No!
Oh.
What's happening?
Good job.
So, the student returns.
I've never been one to run.
Never been one to listen either.
I still live because of it.
What will I do with you?
Let me go.
Oh, Altaïr. I hear the hatred in your voice. Feel its heat. Let you go? Well, that would be unwise.
Why are you doing this?
I found proof.
Proof of what?
That nothing is true. And everything is permitted. Come. Destroy the betrayer.
Oh.
Send him from this world.
Oh, there's all our past enemies. Abu, Samir, Robert, Sabrant.
Face me! Or are you afraid?
I have stood before 1,000 men.
How did I get down there?
All of them superior to you. And all of them dead. By my hand. I am not afraid.
Prove it.
What could I possibly fear? Look at the power I command.
Oh boy. There you are. Foolish. I have high Isu DNA. You cannot trick me.
Have you any final words?
You lied to me. Called Robert's goal foul when all along it was yours as well.
I've never been much good at sharing.
You won't succeed. Others will find the strength to stand against you.
And this is why, so long as men maintain free will, there can be no peace.
Apple of Eden.
I killed the last man who spoke as such.
Bold words, boy. But just words.
Then let me go. I'll put words into action. Tell me, Master, why did you not make me like the other assassins? Why allow me to retain my mind?
Who you are and what you do are twined too tight together. To rob you of one would have deprived me of the other. And those Templars had to die. But the truth is, I did try. In my study, when I showed you the treasure. But you are not like the others. You saw through the illusion.
Illusion?
That's all it's ever done. This Templar treasure, this piece of Eden, this word of God. Do you understand now? Red Sea was never parted. Water never turned to wine. It was not the machinations of Iris that spawned the Trojan War, but this! Illusions! All of them!
What you plan is no less an illusion. To force men to follow you against their will.
Is it any less real than the phantoms the Saracens and Crusaders follow now? Those craven gods who retreat from this world that men might slaughter one another in their names? They live amongst an illusion already. I'm simply giving them another. One that demands less blood.
At least they choose these phantoms.
Or do they? Aside from the occasional convert or heretic?
It isn't right.
And now logic has left you. In its place, you embrace emotion. I'm disappointed.
What's to be done then?
You will not follow me, and I cannot compel you.
And you refuse to give up this evil scheme.
It seems then we are at an impasse.
No, we are at an end.
I will miss you, Altaïr. You were my very best student.
Dang, he's... The apple's controlling him. That's... The temptation got him.
Blind, Altaïr. Blind is all you've ever been. All you'll ever be.
He's not down there. Up here. He's over there.
My blade sees for me, everyone.
Oh, if I cause damage to him, I synchronize. In that case. That is what I'll do. Okay, he's not up here. But down below then. Yep. Alright. I'll be having my health back, please. I would have died right there then. I'm all in. Oh, he's up here. I see the light. Oh, I haven't seen it on the map. Wow. Oh. Goodbye, Master.
Impossible. The student does not defeat the teacher.
الشيء واقع مطلق بل كل ممكن.
So it seems. You have won then. Go and claim your prize.
You held fire in your hand, old man. It should have been destroyed.
Destroy the only thing capable of ending the Crusades and creating true peace? Never.
Never.
Then I will.
We'll see about that. I applied my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceived that this also was a chasing after wind.
The beginning of the game.
For in much wisdom is much grief. And he that increaseth knowledge, increaseth sorrow.
The map.
Destroy it! Destroy it as you said you would!
I can't.
Yes, you can, Altaïr. But you won't.
This map is, this apple supposedly copied the data from Origin's vault beneath Siwa. And that's how we have all this information. And this is all the locations of pieces of Eden.
We've got it.
Across the globe. There we go.
What the hell was that?
Alan Rickon.
We've got the map.
How many?
At least half a dozen.
We don't need them all.
We should assume some amount of decay. I can't imagine they'll all still be functioning. At least 2 appear to reside on land masses that no longer exist.
We'll dispatch teams to each site and determine viability. We only need 1, after all.
What about the rest?
Collect them. Let's not leave anything to chance. Last thing we need is some damn survivor making trouble for us in the new world.
And the assassin?
We have what we need. Kill him.
Wait. You know how these things work. I doubt we'll be able to walk right in.
What's your point?
We might need him. His memories. I'd recommend we hold him until we have confirmation that there aren't any surprises waiting for us at the sites.
This is a waste of time.
You said it yourself. We shouldn't leave anything to chance.
Very well. Ensure we have no further need of him, then kill him.
Fine.
Wow.
Stop undermining my authority.
I just saved your ass.
Let's go. We've got a lot of work to do. Don't get too comfortable, Mr. Miles. We'll be back for you soon enough.
What the hell is that?
Eagle vision. All right.
Oh my god. Looks like... Is that blood? The hell were they keeping here before me? And what happened to him? What does it mean, I wonder?
Well, that's that. Just read this real quick. Says, I've entered the abyss and never returned. Hunger lies the answers. And these symbols will all be in Assassin's Creed 2. With the truth and everything. We are all books containing thousands of pages, and within each of them lies an irreparable truth. There's the sun and the earth, we assume. 13. Within Emperor... I don't know what that is, but anyway. Yeah, so that's that. And we can look at the other symbols as well, if there is any. There wasn't any in the bathroom. So this is some kind of satanic exorcism thingy. And everything, all these, you can look up Easter eggs in these. I don't really know what any of these really mean. I just know they show up in Assassin's Creed 2. But these are Easter eggs, they mean something. And I completely forgot. It's the Illuminati, I assume? I don't know. Alright, let's read some lore. Actually, I think there's one more thing. We can read the the attachments from the memory logs. Memory log time! Memory block 5. We already read Jubair's. Now we gotta do Robert de Sablé. Now we can actually read this one. Since we didn't get a chance to. We got, it says, Mualim is the 10th Templar. This cannot be. All these years I've looked up for him for strength and guidance. His word has always been truth. And now I'm told it has all been a lie? No. Even in death, Robert seeks to poison my mind. Or does he? I remember the careful way in which the master avoided my questions, changed the subject when I dug too deep. Was it deference he sought to teach me? Or blind obedience? Willful ignorance of the truth? There is but one way to answer these questions. I must seek Mualim. Memory block 7. Alright, we got an attachment. Oh my gosh, okay. So we got the letter reads, or actually no, it's Altaïr speaking. My master is dead, and many more with him, friend and foe alike. But the storm is broken, though pride may hold the clouds aloft a little longer. Of this much I am certain, with Robert and Mualim dead, the Saracen and Crusader armies will lay down their arms and give their senseless war, freed from the manipulations and schemes of wicked men. Saladin and Richard will find that they have more in common than they think. Peace will return to the land, and if they stray once more, then my brothers and I will do what needs to be done to set things aright. Masyaf is quiet now, caressed by the winds which carry through the valley. What is this thing I hold, that it can bend men's minds? No larger than an apple, yet it is great power greater than any weapon I've known. I've seen what evil even the smallest taste brings. I should destroy it. Yet something stays my hands. No, I will hold it a little while longer and see what it may teach me. Perhaps it can be turned to good. Or is this what the others thought when they held it? Is that its power, then? To turn the noble into cruel? I know not what the future holds for any of us, but I do know those assassins who remain will need guidance. I must attend to them, help to heal their wounds. We will march together into the future and emerge stronger than we were before. If we are to succeed, if we are to rebuild, then we must be careful not to repeat the mistakes of those who came before. We must be vigilant, ever mindful of the past. Dang, man. Heck yeah. And this is actually the additional memories, which include the viewpoints from the kingdom, the Templars of the game. I've killed them all. We got the assassin flags from Masyaf, all the hospitaller flags from Acre, all the hospitaller flags collected from Akka, the Templar flags from Akka, the Teutonic flags from Akka. We got the Saracens flags from Damascus, all King Richard flags from the kingdom, and all Jerusalem crosses from Jerusalem. And boy, were those fun to get. Never again. Never again. But it was still fun to run around, just collect, listen to music. I played it on my downtime. But yeah, those are all the memories. We are fully synced. But now we have some emails and some confidential information to read that has a lot of lore in it. Let's go check it out. Check Lucy's stuff first. Change the password. Ooh, okay, so. Deleted items. Question marks? Need, okay, so this says it's from subject, it's from no one, and the subject is question marks. So we got, need intel on DIA event. At least 20 dead in accident. Assume this is site of launch. If not launch, then certainly assembly. Should try and infiltrate. What is the purpose of the launch? Low Earth orbit transmitter for artifact. Extension of condition response experiments from 5 years ago. If successful, they control everything. This is the Denver situation. What do you mean everything? Our minds. What about Desmond? They're using him to locate another artifact. I have been delaying, but they're close now. Does he know about us? No. Good, keep it that way for now. Can you send rescue? Oh, it's one of these emails. Wonder why it is everyone laughs at you? I'll let you guess. Let's just say she's probably getting it bigger and better from somewhere else than that. Is it you? How can you help compete? Rest assured, there are some good ways. Click the link to see. Weird. Case file 1394. This is from Mr. Rickon. No, this is to Mr. Rickon. My bad. It's from Lucy. I'm hoping you might be able to help me understand why even 5 years after the fact, no one is willing to tell me what happened to my friend. If you are concerned about sensitive information being divulged as a result of sharing this with me, I think my record at the company speaks for itself. Thank you for your assistance in this matter. Best, Lucy Stillman. Layla Marino. Not the Layla we know, because the Layla we know in Origins in the RPG games, Layla Hassan. So, different Layla. Just happened to be the same, and it's spelled different. Alright, the conference room door. It says, from Warren to Lucy. Isn't working. Remote access is down or something. Can you look and see what's wrong? Don't have time for this crap. This is from Lucy. Hi, Warren. The password has changed last night. They changed them once a week. Do you have the new passcode? No, what is it? 10281943. Good information. I read some of these in the past. European, we read that. Classified information, we reread that. We read that in the past. Nancy, we haven't read this. It's from Lucy to Nancy Nellop. Dear Nancy, I'm writing to inquire about the death of a former employee by the name of Layla Marino. I don't know if you were working here at the time, September of 2007. There were apparently some kind of accident. But I'm not able to find any information on the subject. The coroner's office indicated that her file had been sealed. If it was a suicide, why is this information considered so sensitive? Sincerely, Lucy Stillman. Miss Stillman, I am sorry, but I am unauthorized. I'm not authorized to discuss this employee or this circumstance regarding her departure from the company. From Lucy to Nancy Nellop. Nancy, I don't understand why this information is so difficult to access. I've never heard of a company having the ability to declare of a coroner's report or parody information. That's ridiculous. She was my friend. I just want to know what happened to her. Lucy. From Nancy to Lucy. Miss Stillman, unfortunately, I'm able to respond further to your inquiry. I have CC'd Alan Rickon on this email. Please direct all further questions to him. Thank you. This is from Warren. She killed herself. Something about a relationship with a kid named Newman. Don't dip your pen in the company ink. Now drop it. Right. That's all Lucy's emails. Now let's check out Warren's. Do some snooping. Snooping. So we got his pin and the access code. We're actually able to get all the information. Welcome, Vidic. Oh yeah, totally Vidic. Ooh. We'll do deleted first. That's the classified information. It says sender unknown. It says, I know. I know what you're doing. I know what you did. I saw him. He had a metal ball. It opened. They went crazy. Shooting. Stabbing. Tore each other to pieces. I know it was you people. Saw the logo. Heard the name. I'm going to tell you, anyone who will listen, you'll be exposed. They'll know the truth, and they'll know you will pay. Or then you will pay. You crazy bastards. You'll pay. And we already read this. So that's the conf room door. Oh, there we go. Shit. Oh, shit. Lore! Okay. From Lucy Stillman to Warren. Warren, I finished my report on Subject 16. You should take a look when you have some time, and as I believe it validates my belief that we need to be treating them with greater care. Failure to do so will only result in further breakdowns. I'll summarize things for now, since I realize you're probably pretty busy. Prolonged exposure to the animus caused a bleeding effect within Subject 16's genetic structure. The result was a blending of genetic and real-time memory. He became unable to distinguish his own life from those of his ancestors, as witnessed with the incident in this room. Yeah, Subject 16 went crazy and started putting blood over the walls and everything. Maybe it's a warning sign? I believe this effect is very similar to certain forms of multiple personality and delusional disorders. People who claim to be experiencing past lives or the presence of another mind within their own are quite possibly experiencing a natural occurring version of this bleeding effect. Though the specific symptoms may vary from subject to subject, the end result is the same. They lose their minds. This is what I believe what happened to Subject 16. One of his ancestors seemed to have been involved in an important event in the ancient Far East. The wall writings he left us defy any conventional explanation, though I am not ready to dismiss them just yet. Per your request, I asked for a linguist and historian to research them further in case there are some significance. I'll let you know if they come back to us with anything. I'll get you a full copy of the report so that you can review my findings and when you have the time. I know this is not that important to you, Warren, but it would mean a lot to me if you just took a look and think about it. We don't need to push them so hard. We don't need to kill them. From a purely practical perspective, there's no point in destroying the subjects anyway. Once they're dead, their knowledge is lost to us forever. And we both know how dangerous that can be. Thank you for your time. Lucy. He deleted it. Of course he did. Your pen, and then the Layla one that we know from earlier. Some of these will repeat because they are senders and receivers. We got Abstergo News Wireless Services. We got daily headlines. Hurricane season ends, but not in the way you think. Increasingly erratic weather patterns have been caused in the Global Weather Association to abolish the term hurricane season. Once confined to the months of June through November, hurricane duration, frequency, strength, and the location have been increased to the point where most coastal cities must now live in constant fear of these devastating storms. Abstergo satellite launch postponed, citing last-minute adjustments to their new all-in-one telecommunications satellite. Abstergo have postponed the launch of their first satellite until December 21st. They maintain that their patent technology will allow faster, more reliable data transmissions than previous generation satellites, which suffered from delays and interference. Also, Abstergo News Wire Services daily headlines. Tension mounts over Antarctic drilling. The U.S. and EU are once again facing heavy criticism for their decision to begin construction of jointly owned oil platforms in the Weddell Sea. Several supranational unions oppose the work, claiming it violates the Antarctic Treaty System. The situation has been further complicated by the presence of two naval destroyers, said to be in the original for reasons unrelated to the construction. It's from Alan Rickon, case file 1394. It's from Lucy, the thing we read earlier. From Alan to Lucy, it says, I will be out of the office starting September 1st. I will return on October 4th. In case of emergency, please contact my assistant, Avery Jacobs, at extension 1003. You told me she wasn't going to be a problem, and here she is stirring up shit again. Deal with this, Warren. You vouched for her. You're responsible for her. And this is the classified general reminder from Abstergo. We read that. From Henry Lyman to Warren Viderick. I guess the shit's really hit the fan this time. Someone managed to leak a bunch of documents on the fluoride enhancement studies, and now the pharmaceuticals division is under investigation by the feds. They shut the entire place down. Do you see what happens to those reports? What the hell were they thinking? They pretty much poisoned the entire town. From Jane Burkham to Warren Viddick. So she says, is everything okay? Wow, you've been watching the news? Stock is going to take a hit from this for sure. Want to grab lunch today? It's all about those idiots in the pills division. We're putting out a press release about the satellite, telling the launch has been delayed until the 21st so that we can make improvements to the coverage area. Some stuff about less dropped calls, for the benefit of our consumer, of course. Let's just make sure that you get what you need in time to meet the meeting to the new launch window. From Alan Rickon to Warren. Warren, I've downloaded our analysis of your latest findings onto the secure terminal in the conference room. It is critical that you review it and get back to us with any additional comments. We cannot continue with the search until you sign off. Please make this a priority. I can't access the computer. What's the password? I'll call security for you. Check your email shortly. 000-62677. Abstergo News Wire Services. Daily headlines. Hundreds hospitalized in the wake of water tampering scandal. Abstergo Holdings stand accused of secretly manipulating a small town's water supply in order to test a synthetic drug referred to internally as new fluoride. Nation mourns the loss of Final Film Studio. History was made today with the closing of the country's last movie studio. The rising promise of video games coupled with rampant piracy are considered to be the leading cause of its demise. Additional subjects? Warren, if this kid isn't going to get us what we need, it's time to start looking elsewhere. I CC'd David from our acquisitions department. He may be able to provide you with a couple of additional test subjects should Desmond be retired. In case you need reminding, we are running out of time. This crap with the fluoride enhancement is going to put us under a lot of scrutiny. We need to launch on the 21st. If we wait any longer, we will risk everything being frozen during the investigation. I have a feeling that none of our friends in DC are going to help do us any favors on this one. We'll deal with them come election time. We cleaned up the mess of the DIA. But I'm hearing there's some jackass baggage handler trolling news groups and nutjob websites with this tales of mass murder and corporate cover-ups. Where's he even getting this information from? Your report said the project lead killed everyone down there before our cleanup crews arrived. I still don't understand how they managed to botch that so badly. Anyway, we're trying to figure out who the hell he is so we can shut him up. But it's proving difficult. I'm beginning to wonder if he doesn't have help. Seems there are a couple of those assassin bastards still running loose. It only takes one. But you already knew that. Makes me wonder if the fluoride leak was internal, after all. And if that was, are we dealing with a whistleblower or something worse? I'm about ready to pull the plug on your Subject 17. So either get me results or get another person in that animus. From Alan. Mexican president promises better border security. Concerned about record numbers of legal immigrants entering his country, the president of Mexico today promised to ramp up border security. The number of troops stationed along the border is expected to triple. Opponents are worried about an increase in violence between American refugees and Mexican troops. Fighting between the two groups has left 300 dead and nearly 1,000 wounded over the past 6 months. Daily headlines. Talks continue regarding aftermath of L11 outbreak. Nearly 6 years later, and little progress has been made in dealing with these repercussions of what history books now refer as the Second Plague. With nearly 96% of its population decimated over a 3-month period, the continent of Africa is now virtually uninhabited. The plans to divide up the continent have met with strong resistance and claims of neo-colonialism. One protester had this to say: "Whether we are 100 or 100 million, this is still our home and no one has the right to take it from us." That was Vidic's computer. The conference room. Okay. Well, check out this computer. Project lead number 9. All right, we got analysis from Alan Ricken. This is to Warren. Warren, Taylors and I have finished reviewing the Animus recordings from subjects 12 through 16. While the pieces of Eden remain our priority, we must all continue working to locate and understand the remaining artifacts. I'm sure you can understand our reasoning behind this. Although the satellite is intended to accomplish a fair portion of the work for us, we will certainly need to deal with those who are either immune to or protected from its effects. Please take a moment to look over our findings and get back to me with any feedback you may have. I will summarize below. Piece of Eden, number 3. We applaud your continued efforts to locate an alternate artifact following the loss of number 2 in the DIA satellite accident. We understand Subject 17 is having trouble interfacing with the Animus, leading to delays. As a result, we estimate another 24 hours before your next critical update. In the meantime, we'll prepare an extraction team and set them to stand by. We're relying on you to obtain the additional information we require. He knows where the other objects are, even if he doesn't realize it. You must unlock that final memory, or all this will have been for nothing. The Philadelphia Project. Data provided from Animus Subject 12 indicates that the ship briefly manifested in a future state for approximately 18 minutes. It is unclear whether the timeline is consistent with or parallel to our own. Although we have recovered enough data to reconstruct and repair the original artifact used in the experiment, administration has refused to move forward on the project, citing paradox concerns. Corporate policy remains in place. Any objects found to interfere with or manipulate time must be contained. Artifact will be moved to secure storage. So time travel. Assassin's Creed, what? Tungsta incident. Now believed to be the direct result of assault by assassins. Research station destroyed as was the artifact. Alternate wave generation devices have been located in storage, but we have sufficient data at the moment to initiate research. The risk of accident is too high. Lineage Discovery and Acquisition Division should attempt to locate descendants of any attack survivors, either Assassin or Brotherhood, in order to continue research. Resurrecting this particular type of technology will aid us in greatly with any holdouts following this satellite's activation. We're putting together a team to push research in this area. The Grail. We are removing the Grail from our list of objectives. There is insufficient evidence to confirm its existence. Current examination of Subject 17 indicates that aside from the Piece of Eden, all other artifacts related to Christ's figure or literary devices were derived from the Piece of Eden, and not actual objects. Even if the object is real, its use to us at this stage is negligible. Our resources are better used elsewhere. Number 5. Michelle Hedges communicators. Analysis of the objects is complete. The good news is that they work. As a result, we now have a safe and secure communication channel for use after the launch. However, they are severely limited in number, and so we can be providing them only to our most essential facilities. You will all obviously retain possession of the one you have. Warren, I cannot stress how important it is that you've wrapped things up with Subject 17 as soon as possible. We're obviously relieved that you seem to be closing in on this target memory, but you need to step it up. Everything we're working towards depends on you retrieving those locations. Without them, we've got nothing. May the Father of Understanding guide you to success. Alan Rickett. Alright, that's all the lore and all the readings that we could do. But yeah, any writings in here? So yeah. Where am I way in here? I believe we just completed Assassin's Creed. Yeah. So I guess thank you everyone for sticking around if you did, and for the future people who hopefully watch this. And I, in the future, look back on this, but this was really fun. It was frustrating at times because it's Assassin's Creed 1. It's repetitive. It is how it works, but I had a lot of fun, and I can't wait to play the other games coming up. I'm gonna play AC2 next, but yeah, we have the foundation of the story right here, and what the series is based off of. So anyway, I just want to close this off. And I want to thank everyone for watching, and I will see y'all in the next series of Assassin's Creed.